This is our time. No, this is our century. Our gold shines bright. Because this is a network unlike any other.
More for the record.
135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories. In almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate. The most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades. More accolades. And more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.
Right. Good morning.
Hi.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep. Good morning.
Good morning. Get rid of that. And let's go to the blog, August 19th, 2026. Let's talk real estate. And I found this great picture that we were all there. We were even in New York when this was in Times Square, but we didn't make it down there. New York's a big place. We only had a few hours at our last conference. But that's the marketing campaign that we're in today, dedicated to the joy of home. And just to show you that we rolled it out in a big way. It's been there several times in Times Square, and they did a really good job of that. It's a really good ad campaign. I'm always giving you, something new from it, and you can make new things. Shelley is always making new things to show you how to do that. If you want to customize it yourself, the joy of home with your own photographs, that's a fun thing to do. So keep that in mind. Get this campaign out there on your social media, on your Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else, because it's very popular. It's got puppies, it's got kittens, it's got children, it's got bright colors, and it's a really good one. Okay, let's get in there. Kelly, welcome. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you. How long have you been licensed?
Let's see. About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. All
Yeah.
right. Great.
Yes. He comes from a legendary real estate family.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So welcome. We're glad you're here, and I look forward to talking to you some more after you get settled in.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So good. We got some people here. So let's make sure leave this picture up. Now, what can I do? Like right there. There we go. Well, we usually like to start with a little discussion just on real estate and just on the basics. And Shauna and Kung and Nick and I, we usually go in, and here's some of my points today. My first point is set a goal to add 10% more listings during your production if you haven't done something like that already. Just set that goal right now. I've heard, I go to Mike Ferry a lot, been training with him for really 30 years, but more intensely in the last 5 years. And he's always saying you got to do something. Now he says, set a goal of increasing your production by 40 units a year. Well, that depends on the audience you're talking to. I love that. And if everybody would take that to heed and go out and do that, that'd be great. But let's maybe a one size fits all, something like a 10% goal. So work at this goal every day, as you do with everything. You write them down and place it where you'll see it regularly. Don't keep it a secret from your coworkers and your family and people who support you. You want to let them know the goals. So constant reminders help reprogram your thinking, keep your goals top of mind. Develop
Yeah.
the right habits. And I'm sorry, we're going to say something, Shauna?
Yeah, I was gonna say make it specific too. Like, so if you took 20 listings last year, that means you're gonna get two more, and then break it down even more and put it into that means one more in 6 months. So be really specific about that and focus on your daily activities.
Right. Excellent.
Yeah,
The
that's
next point.
what we focus on at our accountability group. That's the first thing we talk about. Your goals, what goals you set last time, if you accomplish them, and what goals you're going to set for the next time we meet. I think that is the one thing that will keep agents accountable if we set specific goals that they can reach and that we can help them reach. So.
Are these all accountability goals, or do you have different kinds of
Yep,
goals?
we have both. We have, personal
Okay.
goals, production goals, uh, you know, weekly goals as well as long-term goals. It's whatever our agents need to help them with their production as well as their career.
Okay. Excellent. We have developed the right habits and mindset. So here's the formula for that, for developing habits and mindset. It takes 3 to 6 months to develop new habits and a productive mindset. You want to be patient with the process. 6 months is a long time to stick with something. So I think, is it 6 months? I've heard 6 weeks. Anybody?
We thought there was 21 days that it
21
where
days.
it's yeah. But maybe, I think 6 weeks is probably I don't think 6 months, if it takes you 6 months to make something a habit, I don't know. I think that's too long too.
I know, push it quicker. I agree.
I think so. I think the old, and it's kind of cliched that it takes 6 weeks, but I think it always was 6 weeks. I think if I wanted to brush my teeth 5 times a day, 6 weeks would have trained me to do that, not 6 months.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but be patient with the process. Another one is shadow or we used to shadow other realtors. And I think realtors today are too busy for that. They work in their own environment. They're not sitting in the office like they used to. So I say shadow or interview a successful agent in your office and ask them some questions. Like, what time do they start their day? How quickly do they develop strong work habits? What objections do they handle on a regular basis? Those are some ideas. But the superstars are all around you. If you're in Idaho, go back and talk to Augie for a few minutes. He'll be happy to talk to you and get some insights on how he runs his business. 'Cause that's phenomenal. Talk to Shauna Dolby. Talk to Fei Wu if she's around. If you can catch her because she's busy. So we have a lot of people that can talk to and inspire you on how to get started in that.
Yes.
Any comments on that?
Yeah, I like to take new agents out to showings with me to show them how I do showings. They really enjoy that. I did that recently with a newer agent, and I think that's something that he'll always remember. And he follows up with me to find out how the buyers are doing. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. All right. Understand the competitive advantage. Most competitors give up quickly when expireds or for sale by owners reject them. I wonder why. Persistence creates opportunity. So remember, the more you talk, the deeper the hole often gets, which means you're talking too much. That's one of my favorites. And you're not listening. So listen carefully and learn to ask better questions. So for sale by owners, what do we always say about for sale by owners? They come and go. It is something that I like people to keep on their prospect list because they are there. They do have an immediate need for your services, And statistically, 90 something percent of them are going to list with a realtor. So it needs to be the one that approaches them. It's interesting that this is taught, and it's taught to new people in the industry, and then they go out and do it. They get a door slammed in their face and they say, well, there's nothing here. Or they get up to do their prospecting in the morning and they dutifully they search for the expireds in these, and there aren't any there. There aren't any there for days in a row. So they come and go. So that's just a thing to remember. They do come and go. There's no way you can find somebody as easily that has an immediate need for our services.
Right. Follow up is where the listings are won. Someone who isn't ready today may be ready later. So, I mean, follow up is the key for getting the listing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I did it. I used to do that, and I went to this one woman and I couldn't get to her. And I go to her house to drop something on the door, and she's in the garden. She may as well have had a shotgun in her hand. The way she reacted to my getting out of my Mercedes in a suit back then, that was my image. And yeah, she may as well have had a shotgun. I did get the listing. It took me a couple of visits, but once I broke down the barrier, really, she was trained to try to fend off realtors, but she really wanted to talk about it and she really did need help. So we eventually got the listing. So just remember that. They do have a barrier for sale by owners because they're trained to. They're trained to deal with realtors and get it sold themselves. The other favorite is the expired. They've all got a story. You know, it expired for a reason. And if you can break down that barrier of annoyance, because maybe people have called that don't have the skills you have to break the ice, if you can break down that barrier, you can find out what the real story is, that perhaps the previous realtor wasn't so good and that you can offer your services. Have fun with those. It's okay. It's okay to have somebody shut you down, but understand the psychology behind it. That'll help you understand rejection. So, next, build confidence through knowledge, which is why you're here and which is why you have continuing education and why you always want to work on your sales skills. Knowing what to say is vital to building confidence. Absolutely. Knowledge equals confidence. Another bumper sticker that is just very true. Ignorance equals fear. Knowledge equals confidence. Ignorance equals fear. That's from the 1930s at least. Train continually to improve your skills, to increase your knowledge.
And if you don't have somebody that you're currently doing a market analysis for, ask one of your friends or family members, do you want to know what your value is? So you're out there learning stuff about different neighborhoods, do BPOs, do all different things. You're learning that way, at least. It might not be the paycheck that you want, but it's still training and it's good for your future business.
Oh, that's an excellent idea. Also, look over your materials. Moxie has some of the best material presentations, but when I was selling, I always had things at the ready so that if I had a listing presentation come up suddenly, which they always do, I wanted to have a really nice presentation. So I had all these materials pre-prepared. I'm still a big believer in our 5-step listing process dictates that you should have a printed CMA and everything to go into the presentation with. So you want that to look as good as it can. So get all of those things ready and polish them up. Also, don't skimp on some of the processes. One of the components of the 5-step listing process is a list of how you will sell their house. And so dust that off or start creating one and be proud of it. Make it something that you want to talk about. Here are the 21 things I'm going to do to list your house. Number one, I'm going to enter it on the multiple listing service. Well, that's what is on everybody else's, as you know. But you want to think about how you're going to present that. You know, you're going to make the best darn RMLS printout that they've ever seen. And so have some things in there. Try to come up with something new or something novel. That's always a nice thing to do. So you can tell them how you're going to sell their house as part of that. Shauna, what does yours look like? Because I've always used yours as an example.
My market analysis will be focusing on, sorry, my phone rang. Focusing on the property mostly. There's going to be some of the things about Century 21 and what we have to offer because they have so much. But I do remove a lot of the fluff because there's pages and pages and pages of that presentation. But I have pre-done ones. I have a short CMA. I have one that's called the perfect CMA. That's the one I would do for somebody that I'm competing for. I don't want to overdo it with the fluff, but I want some of that in there. I also, at the end, have written my own spiel about myself. I throw those things in at the end. Century 21 promotes it differently than I do. I do focus on this market analysis, but then I like to do stuff. And then I also put in references. I put references in there of people that I've worked with because that's something that I've learned from the Mike Ferry system is that you don't just put in your autobiography. Anybody could look that up online, but you can put in your references, people they can call and ask, what was it like to work with Shauna? That kind of thing. And maybe some testimonials. He said not to do that, but sometimes I'll put in some testimonials or I'll send them a link to my testimonials because there's hundreds of them.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's fun, and it's fun to go through that and see what there's hundreds of pages of fluff in there. So you do want to pick out, what makes sense to you. But yeah, so spend some time with that. And spending time, polishing up your procedures and organizing your desk. Those are ways to get involved. Those are kind of easy ways. Just like starting your day, you just want to get some coffee and, ease into it. You don't really want to dig into any greatly detailed thing. You got to remember to stay involved in real estate. And I say, well, then go visit an open house. Go on our Tuesday broker tour. Just get yourself involved and kind of, reinvigorated in real estate in the easy ways and the fun ways. And then it'll put you more in the mood. Practicing your role play on your presentation, nothing makes you want to go out and do it more than that. To have a real fun role play session on that, then you're going to drive right up to a for sale by owner and bang on the door because you've got something exciting that you want to present to them and you're all worked up and ready for it. So stay involved in this as much as you can.
Yeah, and it's fun to go on the broker tours because they've been doing them on Thursdays around here. Different people, just not as an organized thing here, but just different ones. And I've won 2 gift cards for $100 each going to those.
You win things? Yes.
Yeah, it's profitable.
And you make friends. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, what did you just win? You just won something.
Oh gosh, I won tickets to PMAR's event. I won a bottle of wine. I won a speakers for a Bluetooth. Oh my gosh, the list goes on.
That's right. Oh, and then the s'more machine.
The s'more machine.
So the s'more machine comes in with the big basket of food, chocolate bars, graham crackers. So all the food is gone, but nobody made a s'more. Nobody ever fired up the s'more machine.
Not yet.
No, it's too much work. Why not just eat the chocolate bars? Here's another one, and this is a whole topic in itself, is to create a consistent morning schedule. And this is important. I know where this is going. Develop a morning schedule for 5 days each week. Follow it consistently. What's not on my list here is what's the morning schedule going to consist of? It has to have some lead generation activities. You want those to be top of mind because that's what you're going to do on a business day, on a working day, is always look for leads. And you want some kind of formulated way to do that. So Shauna, what do you do I know you're big on Moxie because it kind of assists you. What do you do for lead generation in the mornings?
I contact my sphere, my past clients, my friends, people that I just, and then I do my follow up. I definitely dive into my database, making sure people still remember that I'm doing real estate, and because I want to recruit too, I also talk to other agents and remind them, especially the ones I'm currently working with, remind them that I'm always looking to bring great agents like them on. So that's what my morning consists of. And I try not to start any earlier than 8 a.m. But sometimes if I know they're early people, I'll start at 7 and do that until about 10:30, then do my follow-up, my office work, the things that I need to do that way, the busy work, emails and that kind of stuff, and paperwork that has to be done. And then in the afternoon, I like to meet with people or play tennis, do something fun for myself. And a lot of times, go on my listing appointments and things like that I'm doing.
Nice.
Show properties. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Another one here. This is huge. This should be a daily thing too. Build and maintain your database. We've got building your database. Begin building your database immediately. How many in your database, Shauna?
I have a good 300 in my database. I used to have more, but I've weeded it out.
You weeded it out?
I focus so I can focus on it better.
So
Yep.
now you divide them into like A's, B's, and C's. How does that?
Yeah, I have actually an A plus.
A
And those
plus?
would be A plus people, and they know who they are. I contact them weekly usually. And then I have my A's, which I contact weekly. So an A plus would be somebody who's done business with me multiple times, referred me multiple times. A people would be people that I really like, that I know refer me or have done business with me. And then B is just my past client list of all the people that I've done business with. And then I have just like people that I'm in contact with, internet leads and that kind of stuff. That's in a different division, like C, I call it C, but I don't contact them as much. They're just on a regular mail out that like holidays and things like that.
What do you say?
Neighborhood news. So they'll get something monthly.
Okay. What do you say to them when you call?
I call them and I say, hey, how's it going? I would just want to remind you that I'm always looking for business. Do you know anybody who wants to buy or sell right now? And if they answer no, which they do most of the time, I say, well, don't forget me if something happens. And and then I also say, I also have a list of people that I can refer to you if you need any help at the home or, financial, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a reminder that you're still in business. What was this?
Yeah, I actually have people that will not take my call and just text me and say, I don't have anybody for you right now. Because they already know what I'm going to ask them.
They've become a partner. They know what their job is.
Yeah.
So there's another old statistic we've always batted around, but it's something like 60-70% of the public would reuse the realtor they used last time if they could remember their name or if they could find them. You really do need to send them an engraved invitation. Otherwise, they'll think you're too busy. They saw you just listed $2 million house. She's too busy. I'm not going to call her with my
You're
house.
never too busy for a referral, that's for sure. And they need to build that. Show up to all the events. I mean, I have a lot of friends. I end up going to a birthday party probably 3 or 4 times a month. I have book club. I go to that. I mean, I have to show up to these things, even if I'm tired and I don't want to go. I gotta go and run in and say, sorry, I was busy working on real estate.
Yes. Busy helping clients like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's your database. And the database conversation is that you're kind of earning your long-term career here. You go into real estate, you do some grunt work in the beginning, you make some cold calls, you do open houses, and you do all of those things. But what you're doing is you're building a database of clients who are going to refer you business. And what do they say? They're going to generate approximately 35% of your annual transactions going forward for the rest of your life. So it's a very valuable. That's the golden thing is your database, and to keep them, keep them informed. Make sure they know who you are, you're in business, and you'll get lifetime referrals from those people. What do we got here? Accept setbacks as part of the process. Well, that's for sure. That's true in life, but that's just the way it goes. You'll occasionally fall off your schedule, become distracted, experience rejection. But rejection is part of the process. Success belongs to those who return to their plan and continue moving forward. Well, I absolutely believe in that.
Yeah, if you're not getting rejected, you're not doing your job.
Doing your job if you're not getting, yeah. No, that's very true. And just, take a deep breath and hang up. If you want rejection, start doing some cold calls. You start, calling your neighborhood. Now, I say that as a joke because you'll also be very surprised that let's say you're going to do some circle prospecting, we call it, and which means you're going to have an open house or there's some event, and then you get the data around that from your title company, and maybe you have phone numbers, so you call them, and just to let them know that that's happening. You'll be surprised how many people are receptive to it. If you're calling them about an open house in their neighborhood, they're very interested in that. They want to know how much it is. So you've actually got very good information for them. But yeah, you will get a little bit of rejection. You just dial the number. You just dial the next number as fast as you can. It's like getting right back on the horse. Just hit the dial and dial again. And that's another thing. That's one thing I like about open houses is some people don't. And I think they don't because they drive up there, they rush over there to get there at 1 o'clock. They put the signs out and all that. And then they sit there and wait for somebody to come in. They haven't invited anybody. You see, they haven't sent out postcards. They haven't door knocked the neighborhood or anything like that, which is where the real value in an open house is. It gives you something to say. There's a house here, it's $500,000. It's just like your house. People want to talk about that. But if you just throw a sign up and then you say, well, these are a waste of time because just a few people came in to look at it. Well, who came in to look at it? Probably the nosy neighbors. And those are the people you want to talk to.
Yeah, and in this market, we have the time to do those kind of marketing ahead of time. As before, I mean, we got used to, you got to hurry up and go do the open house so that you get to do one before it gets on offer. But but now we have the time. We have the time to send out those postcards and plan for a really nice event.
Yeah, we do.
I would also like to point out that if you do an open house, go ahead and also load it up. Now, this is the RMLS here in Portland. I'm not quite sure about the Boise multiple listing, but when you set up an open house in the multiple listing, also set it up as a broker tour, because then it shows up in different areas and you will get the open house announces to the public, like the Oregonian and so on.
You're seeing that a lot more. You're right. That's such a good point because I noticed that there's so many more brokers open, which I've enjoyed. Like I said, I've been going to those but they're having an open house at the same time. So I do see that happening. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Just a couple more here. Track the right numbers. Track the when you're tracking your numbers, engaging your performance, you want to focus on the number of transactions you do and not the dollar amount. And the principle behind that is the dollar amount will give you a false sense of security. If your goal is to sell 12 houses a year or do GCI of 150,000 and you get to the 150,000 in 6 months, because you took some $2 million, $3 million listings that are not normally what you do, then you're giving yourself a false gauge of your skills, because your skills are needed to get the 12 units and not just get a windfall. And so you do have a couple of good houses. Do you get to close up shop for the rest of the year? No, absolutely not. You still got to be on track to get those 12 that you set out to do and develop your skills and talents to be able to do that. Then you have security in your career. If you know everything it takes to get you your 12, 15, or 20 listings a year, then you have job security. Then you have a safer future. You can work to build up your database. And the final one on today's pointers is consider coaching and accountability. One thing, you have accountability groups in your office, and if you're not part of that, reach out to your manager. And there are events. The Century 21 event is in Tennessee next year in March. They're always in March. When was it?
It's February 27th through March something. Yeah, it's the end of February, beginning of March in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. So those really get you reinvigorated in real estate. There is so much energy and excitement at a Century 21 event. So do consider that. I know they're expensive. You don't have to go every year. We go every year because we want to be with our agents. But that is something to consider. Those are a lot of fun and absolutely well worth it. They're full of training that you don't get anywhere else.
And you deserve it. Like we should be celebrating the wins that we have during the year, and that's part of the celebration.
Yeah, yeah. Then there are the Mike Ferry events. Those are well worth it too. Just went to one of those a few months ago in San Diego, and they're going to be doing them. They're going to be doing them 2 a year now, one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast, which I think is a good way to go. So seriously consider that. Those are much more intense sessions.
Yeah, I was so surprised the first time I went to one. It was one of the best conventions I'd ever been to. Learned more, motivated me more than any other one, I think. I love the Century 21 ones. Those are a lot of fun, but like you said, it's a little more intense. It was more of a learning experience because there's a lot of party for the Century 21 to sub, but there's a lot of learnings there as well. But yeah, Mike Ferry, I was blown away on how much I learned the first time.
Nice, nice. Yes, I'm kind of hoping maybe there'll be a trend away from Las Vegas because this Mike Ferry one, anything with Mike Ferry that was not in Las Vegas, I got much more out of. There are less distractions. There was just less noise in the town. So I really appreciated that. Even Orlando, you get more of a focus because the theme parks are the reason we go there. So those are miles away. You can really focus on it. Los Angeles was one of my favorites because it didn't have those distractions.
Yeah, it was a good one.
So we'll see what they do. Vegas is fine. It's easy to get to.
Yeah.
Easy to find food. Okay. Well, good discussion. Koen, do you want to share the screen and go over some things? Actually, let me pull this up.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about our listings and our production.
Sounds good.
What's happening?
What's going on? Let's see. In Portland, we have no new closings at the moment, but we have a couple scheduled. I know Lena's listing in Hillsborough is scheduled to close here in the next couple days, as well as some other ones that I will announce as soon as they officially close. I've been in talks with agents who have new listings coming up, one in West Lynn, others in Beaverton and in Portland. Again, I will announce those as soon as they officially hit the market. Let's see what's happening at the coast. The coast, nothing new to announce. I know Sherry Stevens still has two lots of lands in Coos Bay that needs a buyer. So if anyone's interested in land at the coast, reach out to Sherry. She'd love to talk about her listings with you. What's happening in Washington, Shauna?
Been busy in Washington. We had three sites closed. Stephen Burright and Jennifer Washam closed on a property together. Also, Stephen Burright closed on a condominium up north, all the way to Kent, Washington. And let's see, there's a lot of new listings. We didn't talk about it, I don't think, last week. There's Stephen Burright had one listed in Vader for 759,000, one in Kalama for 750,000, one in Silver Lake for 315. So he's been busy. He's got more listings coming. I know Jennifer's working on some too. I'm expecting a closing. I'm not going to announce it yet. So got the appraisal in, was yay. And so
Okay.
we're almost there. We're almost there on that one. And so yeah, and I know Shauna's been working with buyers, so we're busy.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen gotten a lot of notifications of closings from your two offices. So congratulations on that. Let's see if we have any news on Idaho.
Lee listed a gorgeous 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2564 square foot home for 689. It's beautiful. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah. It's really a nice home. And I lost my chat, so I got to pull that back.
She has two in that neighborhood right next to each other.
Yeah, she's on fire. Jana put a buyer under contract and Lee put a seller under contract, and Augie had a closing.
Okay.
So
Nice.
another busy week for Idaho.
Yes, and 2 new agents in that office. We have Clarabelle and Kelly, who's with us today.
Right. Welcome.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Oh, is this the other one of Lee's? Look at that.
That's another one of Lee's. That's in a historic neighborhood, but she's also got a newer home right next door to that other home that you just saw. But this is another one. This one's in the historic district, so it's actually on the historic registry, I believe.
Nice.
I did the open house there on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about this, Kelly.
Well, it's a cool house. It has an indoor pool.
Mm.
And yeah, it was my first open house.
Yeah.
And we had around 20 people come.
Nice.
So,
That's good.
Wasn't it originally owned by a famous person? Am I remembering that right?
she had mentioned Jack Simplot was somehow involved in this house. I don't know all the history on that.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to her about it.
I believe it.
Okay. That's quite a pool room there.
The Simplot family has Caldwell connections, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess it's in that registry, that historic registry. That's where it's mentioned, I guess.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
What's the price on this one again?
Not-
689 or 699. That's a good price.
That's a lot of house for 619.
It is.
Yeah, that's a lot of house. Okay. Let's hope that sells quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the
Nice.
other one pending now with Lee, the neighboring house. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's that one. Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Well, good job, agents. Keep up the production, keep up the activity. We'd love to announce them as soon as they officially happen.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to look at the
Wonderful.
stats?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can share the screen.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Okay, let's take a. Do you guys see the mortgage rates?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the latest mortgage rates are. Looks like they're averaging 6.67. Mortgage rates remained relatively stable this week at 6.67%. Housing affordability has improved from a year ago, and recent increases in purchase and refinance applications suggest borrowers continue to respond to even modest changes in mortgage rates. The 30-year is 6.67. This is down a little from last week, which was at 6.69%. A year ago at this time, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 6.58. The 15-year, on the other hand, is now 5.96%. This is down from last week when it averaged 6.01. And a year ago at this time, the 15-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 5.71. So stability, like the article says, there's still signs that things are moving and that people are still applying for loans and refinancing. So even with these stats. So let's see what else. As you can see, the graph shows the relatively stable mortgage rate for the past couple months. And stability is always a good thing for buyers and sellers. They know what to expect. Local statistics. Let's take a look at some of our local statistics. For the Portland and Southwest Washington area, we can go to RMLS for some stats. Just log in and scroll down to the statistics section. Let's take a look at some weekly highlights. Okay, let's try that again. Let's start with all areas. This will get a good idea of the whole area that RMLS covers. 996 new listings. This is down a little from the previous week at 8.7%. Days on market is averaging around 63 days, so a little over 2 months, and this is up 14.5%. Total closed sales, 483, and the average sales price for this area is 580,000, and the median is 520,000. Let's see what's happening in Shauna's area in Clark County.
Clark County has a 111 new listing. That's down a little bit as well. We have 50 days on market, so that's down 23%. Closed sales is up 22% with 59. And look at that average sales price, 707. Must have been quite a few larger sales. And the median sales price went up about 50,000 from last week. It looks like 602. So, no, it says it's down. No, it says it's down. Okay, well, maybe we didn't go over that last week. I don't remember. But usually it's somewhere between 550 and 600, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
we usually see around 550 for your area.
Yep.
Well, let's take a look at the Portland Metro, see how that compares. Let's see, 57 days on the market. Average sales price is 600. So yeah, that's definitely different than your 700 in Clark County.
Wow.
And the median sales price is 550, which is kind of what we've been seeing recently in the past couple of months. So interesting to see the difference between Multnomah,
Week to week, yeah.
Portland Metro and your part of the woods in Clark County.
Yes.
It used to be so different. It used to be where we were always a lot less over in Washington.
Right.
A lot of those people in Oregon don't want to pay state tax, so they come over to Washington now. So
And now the prices are up.
they are. I like it.
Well, let's
Yes.
take a look at what's happening in Idaho. I just want to thank Shelley for these stats that she provides every week. Let's see. For all types of real estate, there's currently 2,267 active listings. Average list price is 830,000. Interesting. There must be some really nice higher end stuff happening in this one's Ada County. Average days on market is 62 days, and the median list price is 634,000.
Great.
Let's see what sold prices actually things sell for. Median sales price is 559, almost 560, 560,000. And it looks like days on market is 33. So that's interesting to, compare what's happening between stuff that's on the market as well as things that are actually selling. Let's jump over to Canyon County to see what those stats are. Average list price is $619,542. Median list price is $493,400. And the average days on market is 64. Let's compare it to the median and average sold price, though. The average sold price is 530, while the median is 436. So know your stats, know why they're happening, and so you can explain to your clients what all this means. Okay, let's see what's happening at the C21 University. Century 21 provides a lot of great classes to our agents. Most of them are free. And the one we love to highlight is the Accelerate class. The next session starts September 1st, and that goes through September 24th. This is 3 days a week, 90-minute course. So you want to make sure you can dedicate some time to this one. It's recommended for both new agents as well as seasoned agents. I know Shauna has been through a couple sessions of Accelerate. Nick and I have done a couple sessions as well, and it's a great opportunity to learn some great skills on listings and working with buyers, as well as highlighting and working on your presentation, as well as reaching out to your sphere. It covers the whole gamut of what you're going to need to know as an agent.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it also provides a great opportunity to meet people in the Century 21 system. We have agents all over the world, and they sign up for this class. So it's a great way to network and get some referral partners set up. And another great thing about this class is they'll actually set aside some time for you to make calls. You'll be making your calls while in the class. So it'll force you to pick up the phone and dial some numbers and make some contacts. So if you need that push, definitely sign up for the class.
Okay.
And that's
We
all I have.
We had a great class last Friday.
That's right. A lot of events are happening with our offices. We had a lunch and learn last Friday. This was a joint class for the Portland and Washington office. And we had a great discussion on home warranties.
It was very informative. I'm going to do it again in Longview because I want those guys to get all that great information we got. It's very useful tool for your business and for your clients.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a very, very good program.
Yep.
Yes, and I don't know if I've had 2 Tuesdays in a row. Yeah.
And Nick and John had a great event last Saturday, Multnomah Days. This was a local event. How did that go?
Nick?
It was amazing. What are your thoughts, John?
Well, it was the local parade. It's been there for probably 50 years. There were thousands of people in Multnomah Village. And so our office came, we wore our gold caps. We kind of marshaled the parade to make sure kids didn't run out in front of the band. And so we had a really good time. So
I would highly recommend it next year. We're a part of the Business Association. It was a really successful event.
Yeah.
I would have went, but I went to a wedding.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, these neighborhood events are a great opportunity to, get yourself out there in the community and wear your swag and advertise your services as well as the office. So
and have fun.
Yes. And it was.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really was. I had so much fun just being a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, and they saw us.
They did a great job.
Don't be afraid of the gold color, as it's what we have that sets us apart from everybody else. All right. Well, thanks everybody. My parting words are whatever you're going to do it now. It's middle of August and there is still time. I did see, some of the offices, they're kind of doing some catch up. We've had 8 closings in Caldwell this month. That's pretty good for us right now. So it's going to be a good year, but get busy right now to make sure it's the year that you would plan for. There is time to do that. Just get out there and do it. So we're
Yeah.
here for you. Reach out to your manager, reach out to me if there's anything I can do to help. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
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 This is our time. No, this is our century. Our gold shines bright. Because this is a network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories. In almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate. The most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades. More accolades. And more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century.